What's up guys, Void here from View the Void, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a tech video. If you have seen my stream or any of the YouTube videos that I post, you might have asked yourself, why does it look so good? Why is everything so smooth? And what emulator do you use? So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you from start to finish exactly how I set up the emulator that I use for streaming and recording YouTube videos. And so what you do is from your browser, it's actually called Tensent Gaming Buddy. So you type in Tensent Gaming Buddy, and in my instance it is the first selection on top. It is tgb.qq.com. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description so you can see exactly what website it is, but it is exactly what it advertises: Tencent's best ever emulator for PUBG Mobile. So we click download. I will save it to my desktop. And what this emulator has done, or the company has done, is they have stripped their emulator of all of these secondary processes that a normal emulator would have, like BlueStacks or Nox, and it is just purely specifically for performance. And so that is why it looks so good and it runs so smoothly as opposed to any other emulator that I've ever used. And so we click to launch it. A screen will come up that asks you if you want to allow it to make changes to your device, and you click yes. And then we can go ahead and close out of the browser at this point. So you have to install PUBG first. So click install, and there's a reason for that I'll explain a little bit later in the video, but we'll go ahead and come back when this is done. Okay, so now that that's done, make sure that add icon is checked and press start. Once you launch this screen here, it will initialize and go ahead and download PUBG for you. So there it is, waiting for download. Okay, so once you have finished downloading PUBG, it'll actually auto launch the emulator here. And so what you want to do is you click Ultra HD 2K or 1080p, whatever. For my case, I use 2K, even though I don't have a 2K monitor. Click save, and then it'll ask you to restart. So go ahead and restart it. It'll relaunch the game. And then at this point, you can actually go to this screen here and just close out of it. Now what I do to save time is right now in the bottom of my address bar here, I have it hidden for security purposes, but what you want to do is go down, right click it on the Tencent Gaming emulator icon and click pin to taskbar. Now we're ready to exit to the main screen and change some settings. So what you want to do is double click this exit arrow here, go to the main screen, and now we're going to adjust the settings. So in the upper right hand corner there are 3 bars that say menu. You click that, go to settings. You want to, under basic, you want to uncheck run at startup, or that first one. And actually, if for whatever reason your emulator is in a different language than what you speak, you can click this here. It's this box on the first tab, basics. Scroll down and select the language that you speak, and then you can actually save it and restart it at that point. But we will continue going here. So engine is going to be OpenGL, and you want to check the first 3 and uncheck rendering optimization. So check the first 3: render cache, enforce global render cache, and prioritize dedicated GPU. Uncheck rendering optimization. And for the anti-aliasing, you're going to leave it at close. For the memory, you're going to set it to 2048, which is the amount of RAM that you're dedicating to this processor, or to this application. It's kind of weird because my computer can handle the 4096, but if you set it to 4096, it messes up the graphics for some reason. So leave it at 2048. The processor is going to be at 2. Same thing. I can handle more, but you have to leave it at 2 for some reason. Resolution is going to be 1920 by 1080, and the DPI is going to be 240. And then we go to the next tab, the game tab, and it should already be Ultra HD 2K, but for the display quality, I click HD and then click save. And it'll take effect next time you start it, so click OK. And I'm going to go ahead and actually just X out of there. And then on the bottom where I just pinned it to my taskbar down here, I'll click it, and it should just ask you to press yes or no. You press yes, it'll auto launch the emulator. Now, once you get to this point, we're actually ready to add different apps. So once you're on this screen here, it won't auto launch PUBG, but what you want to do is you want to press F9. So you have to press F9, and it will give you more options here. You cannot just download an APK and drag it into this application. You have to download it from within the app. So again, you have this screen, you press F9, and then you want to go to the browser. On the bottom, just click decline for, to give it location access. And in the top here, whatever game you want to play, in this case, it'll be Lineage 2 Revolution. You just type in the name of the app. So Lineage 2 Revolution Global APK, because I'm playing on the global version. And whatever game you're searching for, just type it in the address bar there. And a good website to do is APK Pure. That's usually the best one, or APK Monk here is good too. But at this point, you might have to do some digging. So we'll go here and check this one out. If you happen to know the update number, there it is there. But if you scroll down and you look for the update patch notes here, it says new temporal rift, Temple of Dragon Hearts. I know that just came out, so this is the newest APK. So you click download APK, and then if you look in the upper left hand corner, you'll see that it is downloading. That'll indicate that it's downloading. So you can actually exit now. You double click this exit arrow to go back to the home screen, and then you want to click on downloads, this green icon here, and you'll see there is the APK. So you click it. In the bottom right hand corner, you click install, and there it is, installed. So you click open. Now what you have to do at this point is change the settings within the game. I'll go ahead and show you how to do that on the home screen here. These arrows in the upper right hand corner, you can actually collapse that if you don't want the exit sign to show while you're playing, but you can full screen it and collapse that, which I do while I stream. But what you do is you click the cog wheel in the upper right hand corner, and I actually set all of my settings here to high. So frame rate, graphics quality, resolution quality, loading performance, sound channel quality. For the effects, I do show only me, show other players, name tag, show all. Max member count is actually normal because high is just kind of unnecessary. Show equipment is high. Cloak high. Enhancement message high. Touch effect indicator is off. Screen vibration, I turn that off. That's actually quite annoying. And I leave the show auto battle distance. That's good. And then of course skip all the cutscenes so that your temporal rift friends don't hate you. So exit out of that. And now we actually have to log into the game with your credentials. So you click on the chain links up there, connect to Facebook, and then once it comes up, it'll ask you what your Facebook info is. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Once you press login, it'll ask you to continue. Press OK, and then there it is. You have your account loaded. Now the graphics are not updated yet because you have to restart. So once you've verified that your account is in there, you just X out back to your home screen. Now you don't actually need these, so I'll highlight them and delete them, because if you did what I did before and you saved it to your taskbar at the bottom down here, again, which is hidden, you can just click it. It'll ask you to press yes or no to allow it to make changes, and I press yes, and it will launch the application. So this time it will not auto launch PUBG, but what you have to do is you actually, regardless of what settings you have to first launch PUBG to change it. Because I have my settings from what I set up before, but for some reason, in order for it to look good, you have to first click PUBG, and then it'll say switching to DirectX engine will enhance the display effects for the current game. So you click yes, and now your emulator will relaunch, and it's going to be in advanced mode or whatever mode it is. So once that relaunch is here, it's going to auto launch PUBG, and it's going to look amazing. So again, we don't need PUBG. So bottom right hand corner, double click exit, and then you launch Lineage 2 Revolution. And now the graphics are going to be kicked just into overdrive mode. So some of you are saying, why can't you just switch to DirectX here? You know, for some reason, switching to DirectX, it doesn't solve the problem, or DirectX Plus, it doesn't solve the problem. It still sucks. So this is what you have to do to get good graphics. So we're going to go ahead and log into my account. Make sure that everything is lickety split. Of course, you have to download the patch data. So we'll be right back in just a second. Okay, so we downloaded the patch data. Now let's log in and see what it looks like. Okay, so we logged in, and first things first, you hold control on the keyboard and zoom the mouse wheel down to zoom out. That's actually pretty important. And now I'm going to show you about key mapping. So what you do is if this is collapsed here, these double arrows in the top, you click that to maximize the bar, click key mapping, and make sure that your steering wheel is checked, and then you actually take it and just drag it directly on top of your movement wheel here, your movement circle, and click save. And then if you use WASD, you can actually move in pretty tight concentric circles there, and it's actually really responsive. And so this is what I use for movement, and then I obviously use my mouse here to click the abilities. So if I'm chasing someone or wanting to do something, I can just move around and just click my abilities as I see them come up, and then I can have everything else on the access bar there. So there's that. If you guys were curious about linking your account to Facebook, you have to already have a Facebook account made, and what you'll want to do is click on the 3 bars here, settings again, and then in the upper right hand corner, account, and you just actually click it should say connect to Facebook if you haven't already done that. If you do that on your device, your mobile device, it should just auto link you to Facebook, and then you can go through the steps that I showed you earlier in this video to go ahead and load your account onto Tencent Gaming Buddy and have this smooth, awesome gameplay. So there it is, guys. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to make a couple more tech videos because I do use Tencent Gaming Buddy, but I also do use Nox as well. And I'll explain the reasons for that in another video, but this is one video out of several tech videos that are going to help you guys just basically bring tremendous quality of life improvements to this game. You can play the game on your computer. You don't have to always slave away on your phone, and it's actually very nice to be able to just turn your computer on, run to a location, hit auto, and then just come back hours later and you're fine. So with that being said, thank you very much. If you guys did enjoy the video, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Good to see you.